Leaving already? Hey! Barbie! Aren't you forgetting something? Like a whole bunch of stuff you were supposed to give? Me? Nonsense. Your arrival is more or less in line with Barbie's prophecy. Though, to be honest, I did think you'd be here a little later. Anyway, before we get down to business, it might be best if you two have something to eat? No, of course not. But my hearing happens to be quite sharp, and I heard Paimon's stomach rumbling a mile away.
Whoa! Paimon's stomach is rumbling for two! We must both be super famished.
Don't you worry about that. I've got plenty of cookies and cake, and as you know, nothing bad ever happened to hungry travelers who accepted food from a witch.
Oh, Paimon's so full. No matter how much she puts in her tummy, there's always more on her plate.
Is she the champion eater from Natlan's Collective of Plenty? Alice mentioned her to me once. Apparently, she's a fascinating young lady. I imagine if she were to attend one of our parties, we'd need to set out 3, maybe even 7 plates.
Paimon really can't eat anymore. She's coming apart at the seams. Can we get down to business now? Oh, well, sorry.
All right. I gather you're here to deliver my homework. The one that Barbie prophesized? Nothing of the sort. We were discussing something completely different. The moon's massive shift has knocked her hydromancy out of whack. So she needs to head back for a while to undergo a period of silent meditation. While she's away, I'll be taking over responsibility for everyone's homework. I also plan to help her add the next round of homework to the dictionary.
Huh. You can just swap the person in charge like that?
Not like I had much choice. Before Barbie and Alice even told me about it, they'd already inscribed my special homework in the dictionary. As much as I'd like to erase the whole thing and keep on casually observing the world, Alice is busy maintaining Tevad's borders, and Barbie is off realigning her hydromancy. Octavia didn't bother to come back, and you can forget about Rhindaughter. The other mages all have their own affairs to attend to, so the duty of supervising this homework has fallen to me. There really are. I don't even know how long it's been since we all got together to make this a proper tea party. In any case, as long as I finish my homework, my story will be officially inscribed in the dictionary. After that, I'll be able to go back to observing and guiding. So, traveler, Paimon, it's time to deliver your message. What's my homework? Oh, and since this doesn't count as a prophecy, just something Barbie and Alice came up with 10 minutes ago, there probably isn't any useful information to be found in that dictionary you're carrying.
You're right, Nicole. We had a look before coming over, and there aren't any detailed instructions at all. There's only these 2 sentences.
All right. That first sentence was clearly written by Barbie, but I bet my bottom more it was Alice who added the second. Anyway, let's get cracking on this homework. Just let me think. Where should we begin? Huh? Oh, Barbie gave me a rundown of my tasks just now. Basically, I just need to go to a few homework locations, make sure everything's up to scratch, and conduct some field work.
Wait a minute. Paimon thought she was giving you a prophecy. How does a rundown count as a prophecy?
Well, you see, I naturally view anything Barbie says to me as some sort of prophecy. Besides, when Barbie wrote this homework of mine, all she actually did was flip straight to the final page of my story and tell me the ending in advance. You make a fair point. But then, what's the difference between a prophecy and a spoiler anyway? All right, enough dawdling. Come on, follow me. We're going to... Yes, that seems like as good a place as any.
Just like that? Hold on. How are we supposed to get the...
All right, we're here. This Sealy Court has some really great views, don't you think? See that spot over there? That's the starting point. Did I use it to get us here faster? You bet I did. These Sealy Courts are connected to the ley lines, and nobody really uses them. They're very handy when it comes to traveling about. Besides, the Sealy and I used to be angels, so we're old colleagues. I'm sure they won't mind me borrowing their homes every once in a while. We're early. In but a short while, a bard will come to sing odes of old and call back the 1,000 winds that wander the ages. Shh. Patience. All will be revealed in time. Before long, you will become a single lilting melody ensconced in an ode, and the 1,000 winds will swirl around you. But before that happens, we should allow it to slumber in peace. Come, let's head to our next location.
Is this Wolvendam? Doesn't seem like the best place for doing homework.
This is the nearest Sealy Court to where we're going. Don't worry, we're not far from the starting point.
Whoa! Where did all those wolves jump out from? Hey! We're not here to hurt you! We're friends with Razor!
Shh! Has that child not arrived yet? Perhaps we've come too early again. Not to worry. As long as he stands beside his Lubical, he can overcome any foe.
Why'd they come back? Oh, did they hear us talking? If only Razor were here, he'd be able to tell us what they want to say.
You're not wrong, Paimon, but there's a lot more he'd need to understand than just the chatter of wolves. All right, that's about it for this place. I could do with a good rest. Come on, let's go. Time to head back for a cup of...
Whoa! When did this door appear?
This looks like Alice's handwriting. Let's take a look. Thanks for your help with the homework. Now hurry home and have a hot cup of tea. P.S. There is a surprise waiting behind this door. Hurry home? Wait a second. Why does this door look so familiar? There's no way it could lead to...
Somewhere new? Hey, isn't this...
No wonder Alice wanted to borrow the lodge key. She said she wanted to set up a tea room, even though I told her I already had one. It symbolizes the completion of guidance, the end of a journey, and the fulfillment of prophecy. You've followed Seelie before, right? Only when a Seelie returns to its Seelie court does its guidance come to an end. So, to give this unwelcome homework a clear conclusion, Barbie and Alice must have built a Seelie court right here. This is the only way for my story to be inscribed among everyone else's without interfering with their own homework. Well, we're not all that different. Once upon a time, we were all angels after all. But that doesn't really matter. What's important is what it symbolizes. It's like writing a novel. As long as the main outline is there, there'll always be a way to flesh out the details so the pieces fall into place. As long as I take my seat, this homework of mine will be officially over. It's a nice touch, but it feels like the ending to a story written on the fly. If Anya were here, I'm sure she'd have come up with something more clever. Don't you worry. That's an essential element as well. Hey, a treasure chest!
Now this homework's starting to make sense.
What did I tell you? It seems like this has been a fruitful little excursion after all. And it seems my story has been formally inscribed in the dictionary, which means that today's homework ends here, and also that there'll be a formal tutor to provide guidance on all future assignments. Well, that depends on what assignments are assigned. Personally, I'd love nothing more than to bury chests for people to find by completing their homework. I'd leave clues and watch them enjoy a merry little treasure hunt. Now that would be fun. But Barbie's been keeping a close eye on me, so I'm not sure I'll get the chance. Anyway, my guidance doesn't end until you open that chest. For the sake of the dictionary, can you please see what's inside? Which means that today's homework ends here, and also that there'll be a formal tutor to provide guidance on all future assignments.
This realm is... If you ever...
Up to the breeze! Such defiance! Our little secret!
Laid bare!
Installation chamber deployed.
Ultimatum protocol.
A little moose boosh! Juice on the loose!
Begone! I live within you.
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Lolene! East Papa! Get him! Shoot! I'm going in!
Breath from the sky! explode into
A dash of frosting! At first, sleep!
Our little secret. Such
Get to work!
letting brave names echo!
Light of the blazing sun!
Preparing for dust up.
Goose on the loose!
I think not. I live within you.
Transfixed! Show no mercy! Keep lolling! It's teamwork is dreamwork! Let's pyroclastic surge!
Bring it! Let the mountain's veins boil!
You two! Time to end them!
Heaven's will made mine.
Light of the blazing sun! Try and stop me! Fulfill our pact!
I think not.
Breath from the sky! Rev the engines! Incinerate!
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Suffer the wrath of Eastling!
Our little secret. Such defiance.
Pyroclastic surge!
Yeah.
Converge. By the frost moon of old.
I see everything! The Temple of Wisdom!
Seek within. No more lies.
Flame, a new moon rises.
Leave this place
For the everlasting.
can't hide the truth. It all adds up. The mystery unravels.
Surge. Three moons converge. Branch into song. With one heart, we...
Hey! Share my knowledge!
It all adds up.
are you?
Fulfill our pact!
Let me amuse myself a little.
Wrath from the sky! Letting brave names echo! Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Get him!
I live within you. Begone!
Pyroclastic surge! Try and stop me!
Lush as the moon.
I see everything.
How farcical. Can't hide the truth. It all falls into place.
Surge. A moonlit night for all.
For the everlasting forest. Branch into salt.
Grow, grow, grow. Make yourselves at home.
The deception ends here. It all falls into place. Let's see what you're made of. It all adds up. It all falls into place.
Whoa. Three moons converge.
Lush as the moonlight.
Bring it! Fulfill our pact!
I think not. Our little secret.
Suffer the wrath! Let the mountain's veins boil! Wrath from the sky! Full throttle! Incinerate!
Such defiance.
Burn it down! Light of the blazing sun! Ah!
Bring it! Hear the echoes of the valley!
Eat Laline! Eat Papa!
Forest, protect us. By the frost moon of old.
The Temple of Wisdom.
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth.
Surge. A new moon rises.
Branch into song with one heart.
Make yourselves at home.
Seek within. It all falls into place. No more lies.
Three moons converge.
For the everlasting forest.
Hey! The Temple of Wisdom.
The deception ends here.
In truth, it's thanks to the Seelie that there is always treasure at the end of the rainbow. Do I sense treasure? Huh? A long, long time ago, there was a young woman who ran away from home. After spending the last of her mora, she trod through the cold of winter, shivering in her threadbare clothes. Suddenly, the young woman found herself stepping out onto thin air, and she fell through into a strange place. But before she could react, a voice rang out from somewhere in the distance. This is the secret home of Nicola Coco, the great mage everlasting. O destitute one, tell me your heart's greatest wish, and with my guidance, you shall attain it.
Whoa! That was a strange voice. Nicola Coco. Who's that again? Do we know her?
The young woman was in awe of the mage's magnificence and beauty. After a lengthy silence, she solemnly declared, "O great mage from afar, how beauteous and wise you are! The moment I beheld you, my heart began to flutter. All my heart desires now is to make your wishes mine." The subtlest of smiles appeared on the mage's face as she replied, "Very well, then I shall task you with performing certain deeds on my behalf, such as those that are within your ability. Your guide is here, and your reward awaits you in the days to come."
Guide? Does that mean this glowing orb?
"Secret home," said the young wanderer, with a look of confusion on their face. "Where is this secret home of which you speak?" The mage's voice grew somewhat flustered upon hearing this question. Wait, does it make sense for this to be a bashful character? Oh, never mind. I'll keep it in for now. Mr. Nine can always refine it later. Ahem. It is rather rude to ask such questions of a mage, young one. The Mage's Lodge is under renovation. Very soon you shall be stunned by its grandeur. This shall be your trial. Offer up your strength and help this great mage to build her territory. As the young woman continued forth, she noticed many exquisite statues dotting the mage's territory. "What are these?" she asked, puzzled. "These are all those who opposed me. They underestimated the power of a mage, and thus were turned to stone." I quite like that. A spur-of-the-moment addition, but dare I say it was a good one. A mage ought to be a powerful and dangerous figure. Danger lends a certain mystique, and without mystique, the world would be a very dim place. But turning people to stone at the drop of a hat? Is that too over the top? And no one wants to be around someone that capricious. Okay, I think I'll dial it back and turn it into more of a vague warning. Upon hearing this, the youngster broke into a cold sweat. But then, the mage's laughter broke the silence. Did you fall for it? I was merely joking. These statues are just my way of capturing a certain moment in time. Anyway, statues. That's what I need your help with. The Mage's Lodge is feeling a little empty, and I should like to fill the space with some more adorable companions. Well then, young one. Now you have learned of the troubles faced by this mage. Nicola Coco requires your aid to build her sacred territory. The mage poured a cup of tea for her visitor. What say you?
Wait a minute! Shouldn't we think twice before going all in on this? We don't know anything about this person! And she seems a little weird. Huh? Although, having said that, this teacup looks kind of familiar. Nicola Coco. Ah! Is it Mage N? Nicole?
Correct. What do you think of my story?
Hard to say. It's not finished yet, surely. What happens to the characters in the end?
I haven't decided yet. I need to renovate my home first. Perhaps I'll have a burst of inspiration after that. Anyway, if you can hear my voice, I assume that means you're currently in Nodcry. In which case, could I trouble you to gather a few things for me? Exactly. I'm thinking of building a few more statues to decorate my home, but I'm lacking inspiration at the moment. So, I was thinking you could take some photos to give me some ideas.
Are you serious? Alright then, leave it to us! Wait here. We'll head out and see what we can find. But remember to finish the story once the statues are done. Hey, look over there! Are those benches? Oh, they look pretty lively, don't they? Seems like a good first photo. Let's see. Where should we go for the next photo? Oh, we saw a squirrel statue earlier, didn't we? Do you think Nicole likes squirrels? Let's snap a few photos to take back. Is that a mandragora? Paimon thinks that would make a pretty fun statue. Some of these shots are pretty good, but we didn't get any from the front. Let's wait for it to turn around. Yes! That's the one! That's the money shot! Ah! Help! Oh, that was scary. Paimon wasn't expecting it to jump us like that. Go on, Traveler. You got this!
Such defiance! Overruled!
That should do it. Paimon's kept all the pictures safe. Let's go back to see Nicole. Hey, Nicole! We're back!
That was quick. You two worked very fast.
It's nothing. But, how do we get the photos to you?
You can hold on to them for now. I'll be there in a couple of days. We can talk more about the statues then.
Sure thing! See you in a couple days!
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Just who I wanted to see. I'm delighted with the photos you took. Excellent source material. Now, I have all the carving tools ready to go. Would you like to try it together?
Carving tools? You mean these blocks?
That's right. The statues are inside the stones. All we need to do is remove any excess material. To make things a little easier for you, I've provided a guide on how the carving process works. Allow me to demonstrate. First, we make some big, bold cuts to carve out the general shape. The numbers on the stones represent the amount of material you need to keep in a given column. So, first we do this. And then this.
Oh, it's starting to take shape!
Got it? If you carve the blocks this way, you should be able to see the basic form. Then, you just need to add some finishing touches, and voila.
Wait, what? It suddenly changed in the blink of an eye! How'd you do that?
A great mage doesn't reveal her secrets that easily. Just behold, and be amazed. You got the basic carving process down, yes? Focus on that, and leave the finishing touches to me. Much obliged.
Alright, let's give this a shot! What the? This is way more difficult than the one you walked us through!
Oh, sorry, wrong one. That's the one I was going to work on. Yours is over here.
Whew, well that's a relief. Let's go! Do you still remember Nicole's process? The numbers represent the amount that we need to keep per column. So, if the number is 0, that means we gotta remove the whole thing. And if it says 3, that means we just mark the whole thing as keep, right? This one seems to be giving you some trouble. Need any help? This one seems to be giving you some trouble. Need any help? We just need Nicole to add the finishing touches.
You got rid of all the extraneous stone, yes? Let me take a look.
It's done! Cool! It's the Mage's Lodge! When did that get there?
Is this the power of a mage? The young visitor's voice was filled with wonder. I am truly amazed.
Aha! Finally, the story continues. So, what happened to the mage and her young visitor?
They lived happily ever after. The end.
Huh?
Tough customers, huh? Well, if you're that eager to hear it, I suppose I'll take it from the top. All my heart desires now is to make your wishes mine, said the young woman. Those words won her the full attention of the great mage, Nicola Coco. But just as they had started warming up to one another, a group of uninvited guests stormed in, seized the mage, and absconded with her. As the youngster stood there in shock, a new mage by the name of Alenus appeared. She signed a contract with the youngster, bestowing the power of magic upon them. But after making it through a grueling training program, they would come to discover another conspiracy operating in the background. As it turned out, the great mage Nicola Coco was an alien entity. Her true identity was the first daughter of King Meowtress, the third of Planet Meow. She had come disguised as a mage as part of a secret plot to trick the entire world into worshipping Planet Meow. Oh, great mage! Have you been lying to me all this while? The youngster's voice trembled as their heart began to break. Leave me. War is destined to break out between our planet and yours. We were foes from the very start. The mage turned her face away, refusing to let anyone see the tears welling up in her eyes. But the youngster bravely reached out and grabbed her by the arm, swearing to never leave her. Moved by this display of passion, the mage decided to rebel. But in that moment, Alenus, who had once aided the youngster, now took the side of the king. Alenus had been Meowtress III's second daughter all along. She had only helped the youngster in the hopes that her sister might be incited to treason, thus giving her the chance to usurp Nicola's place in the line of succession. Anyway, that's the gist of it. In the end, the youngster, who by this point had turned into a cat, worked with the mage to successfully foil the king's plot. Then, they returned to the mage's lodge together and lived happily ever after in peace and quiet. The end.
That was amazing! This story has everything! True love, rebellion against injustice.
That can't be helped. All creations escape the controlling grasp of their creator eventually. We angels are a case in point. Once, we were tasked with guiding human beings, but because some of us chose a different path, our entire race was punished. If even the heavenly principles can't fully control their own creations, what chance do I stand? Fate is always ineffable, and yet I still hope I can guide those I meet towards a happy ending to their tale. That applies to characters in my stories as well. Anyway, the story's over now, and I'm running a little low on energy. Next time I've got a good story to tell, I'll share it with you, alright? Phew, That should be everything. You two, stop by my lodge if you have the time. I'll put the kettle on, and we can have some tea. You don't need me to show you the way again, do you?
Whoa! It's Nicole's voice! Did she redecorate her home or something? But, look! It's that ball of light again! Let's follow it! Hey! It disappeared behind that door! Does that mean we can open it now?
Welcome.
Wow! Your home's so pretty! Paimon loves what you've done with it.
I knew you'd appreciate it, Paimon. Hearing that makes it all feel worthwhile, even if I had to squeeze it in during my spare time. It all started the day I finished building the secret lodge. I was planning to keep the streak going and build a few more, but there was no one around to inspire me. So after a while, my enthusiasm just sort of fizzled out. Is there no way to have fun, enjoy myself, and feel like I've accomplished something all at the same time? Then the answer suddenly popped into my head.
Wait, have we skipped straight to the answer?
Keep up, Paimon. Time waits for no one. Look, it's right in front of your eyes.
Through this door?
Well, not just this door, but you're not wrong. Everything has to start somewhere. What better place than here? Are you ready?
Oh, wait a minute! You're going too fast! Paimon can't keep up! What are we supposed to be getting ready for?
Oh, don't you worry about that. You don't need to get ready for anything. It's just a turn of phrase. Based on my observations and understanding, you're not a fan of complex introductions and explanations. You prefer to find your fun in the heat of adventure. Am I right? Glad to hear it. In that case, brace yourselves. I don't plan to hold back. You know us angels. We just can't resist the satisfaction of guiding adventurers to treasure. Well, seeing as the goal is to be kind and help others find happiness, why shouldn't I start by giving my own friends a few happy pointers? So, I had a sudden stroke of genius. I transformed my little lodge into a place where you can relax and have fun. I even hid treasure in each and every room. To tell you the truth, even compared to the other angels, I'm quite the expert when it comes to hiding things. If I were to bury a chest in the wild and not show you the way, I'm afraid you wouldn't be able to find it even after months of searching. Anyway, I digress. I don't want to make things deliberately difficult, nor do I need you to run around the wild just to keep me entertained. All you have to do is find 3 feathers right here in this room. And once you're done, let me know so I can watch you open your reward. A nice, big treasure chest.
Ah! So we're going on a treasure hunt! Huh! Paimon can't wait!
Exactly! A treasure hunt. It's going to be so fun.
Bye.